What's up guys, it's DJ. Welcome to the Quickscoping tips video. Basically in this video I'm going to be talking about what it is to quickscope, the different types of quickscopes, as well as just sniping in general. In this game they made it a lot harder. As you can see, they took away aim assist on snipers completely. So it changed up how snipers are played in Call of Duty. Basically the gist of quickscoping is you're centering your target, aiming down sight, and shooting before you can physically see the target in your sights. It's a different way of using a sniper that's become very popular in Call of Duty. And that's all it is you center your target, you aim down sight, and you shoot. Now with anything else, you're not going to get it right away. You're going to have to take some time to practice it. One thing I do also want to talk about though is sensitivity. In past Call of Duties you used to see people play at the highest sensitivity as possible, but since they took away aim assist, you don't actually see the higher sensitivities anymore. Because you don't have aim assist slowing down your pull as you get closer to the target. So as far as sensitivity goes, you can really quickscope with any sensitivity, whatever you feel comfortable with, because basically the gist of it is that you're going to be centering your target and shooting. You don't want to be drag scoping as much per se. So in this clip I slow it down. I want to show you what it really like. With quickscoping you really want to get down the timing. You want to practice and get good with your sniper and get a good feel for it. You want to basically aim down sight fully before you pull the trigger. If you shoot before you fully aim down sight, like right there, for example, I aim down sight fully. If you shoot before you're fully aimed down sight, it'll actually register as a hip fire and it'll be inaccurate. So you really want to practice aiming down sight fully and pulling the trigger at that moment in time. Another thing you really want to practice when you're sniping is adjusting your aim while you're aiming down sights. As you can see right here, you slowly see me move my aim slightly to the right in order to hit my target directly. You can also adjust your aim with something called a drag scope. This happens basically by muscle memory. You want to get it to the point where it is muscle memory, but it's when you slowly drag your reticle across the screen and time it right to the point where you hit your target. You see here I do it slower so you can basically get the gist of it. Now something else I really want to talk about that I hate about the Call of Duty community is the ridicule you get if you hardscope. There is nothing wrong with hardscoping, especially if you're learning to be a good sniper in general. You're going to need both. You're going to need to learn how to quickscope and hardscope. Especially when you're first learning, hardscoping is going to get you more comfortable with the sniper to begin with. And the more comfortable you get, the more likely you'll start, hitting those farther shots, being a lot quicker as it goes. Now let's talk about getting into strategy as ways you can actually improve on sniping. Like I could tell you these tips, but no matter what, it really all comes down to practice. You're not going to get it right away. So one thing I really like to do is going into a custom game, setting up bots, make them recruit. You don't want them shooting at you. Just run around with the sniper and start shooting at them. You could do this once a day, and kind of like Ace's drills. Just go around and practice with it. Now as far as bots go and how many you want, personally I use 10 on Nuketown. That way it's not too crowded. But it's all personal preference. Play around with the number, play around with the score you want, and really try to get better with your speed as far as that goes. Another thing that helps is if you have buddies that also want to learn how to snipe. This is what really improved me. By no means am I the best sniper out there. Let me just put that full disclaimer. I'm still learning just as much as you guys are watching this video. But it really helps when you have people alongside of you that also want to learn, and you guys can practice on each other. Me and my friends, we always go into free-for-alls all the time. We just practice sniping on each other, and it's improved my skill tremendously. One thing I gotta say is really try to focus on keeping people in the center of your screen. Make that your main focus when you're quickscoping, and it'll help you out drastically. And I'm not gonna lie, with the advanced movement that Call of Duty brought in, it can be harder to center your targets, especially with people jumping around everywhere. But all I can say to that is try to pre-aim, try to predict where people are gonna be. Up next, I have a couple of highlights of a game I had on Nuketown. And it shows great examples of enemy prediction, where they're going to be. And it's a mix of hardscoping and quickscoping. Really, to be a good sniper, you need to have both. Now, I will say this. Going into an actual game and trying to commit to a sniper all game is a lot harder than it looks. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to get really mad. All I can say to that is really try to stick to custom games until you feel really confident with your sniping, because once you get frustrated, you're gonna want to switch away. You're gonna want to give up. That's a tip I would recommend: is don't jump into public games right away until you feel confident in yourself. Because one thing I did notice when I went into pubs, you get nervous. You know that it's gonna be a bit harder. You know that people are gonna want to shoot at you. You're gonna know that if you miss, you're basically done for. And because of that reason, you're gonna hold yourself back. You're gonna restrict yourself. You're gonna doubt yourself when you take your shots. All I'm gonna say is, if you do decide to go into a public match and you do decide to snipe and quickscope and be all fancy, treat it like a custom game. Treat it like you're in a game with your friends. Take those shots. Don't hold back. Don't hesitate. And you'll notice your performance is gonna be so much better. Not only that, but when it comes to quickscoping, you want it to develop as a muscle memory. When you start thinking about it and you start thinking about your shots, it's not the muscle memory that takes over. It should feel natural to you, and that comes with experience. That comes with time. It's not something you're gonna get right away. All I'm gonna say is, don't give up right away. I'll tell you right now, landing a quickscope is one of the best feelings ever. You land that jump shot, you get that really cool clip. It's an awesome feeling. To see yourself improve also, it's ridiculous. You see your games over time and you see how much you've improved, and it makes it worth it. So go out there, give it a shot, and until next time, guys, have a good one.
Hello.
I see into your
Hello.
eyes, the red. The red.
You just
Your
have
eyes are
scary eyes.
beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Yes. Oh.
Oh, my eyes were taken from me. You savage.